Welcome back, Duelist. Weko Track here for the Team United We Stand, and today we finally say goodbye to my precious queen. Konami released an update on the official blog for the new updated limited list, but no more, because now the list have a new section for the forbidden card, and the first and only actual card of the section is my precious queen. We were hoping that the card would be hit because now the format was literally dying. We saw at YCS Bologna totally a tier 0 format, no way to play against the skill with other decks unless you go for a certain OTK build like Dark Unity with Dark Gaia and the vanilla Gaia with the skill Knight of Legends. But now, finally, the meta is wide open and it's really unseen because most of the good skill in the last speed duel Streets of Battle City box just were undiscovered because there was no other reason to play unless you go for my precious queen. But now finally, my precious queen, adios. We can play other things, we can play other decks, and after a rapid look into the updated post, I go through some of the good skill we can see and play now and so on. So, as I say before, Speedway limited list has a new section, forbidden card, and my precious queen is the only one. And for the other section, the only difference is volcanic shell removed from limited 2. So now we can play 3 volcanic shell for free. This may be good or not, I don't know, but it was totally unreasonable for volcanic shell to stay on the limited 2 because they already hit Twisted Personality, I'm just gonna attack, Gondel. It's all things of precedent meta. So I think volcanic shell free from the limited isn't a problem anymore. What we can say? So Token Sunday, the big problem card with my precious queen is free. This card is strong, but now without the free token of the skill, I think this card is not unhealthy anymore because we can play Token Sunday with some card like the slime the slime card tribute itself summon 2 tokens. No, summon 2 tokens on the field for this turn, but you can't tribute, etc., etc. But I think now this card is not a problem anymore because we can't abuse Token Sunday. We can play Token Sunday, but we can't abuse. So it's okay for Token Sunday to be free because my precious queen is gone. But let's talk about something more interesting, the skill. Because now we have a lot of skill that can be good and we can play a lot of different things direct from the last box. I'm gonna show you just a couple of skill that I think would be good in the next months before the release of the midterm distractions. And I think this skill can say something. We can discover other good decks and combos with this skill. The first one is probably the only one other than my precious queen played at the time. It's Iron Grit. It's a very powerful skill because Gearfried became literally immune to everything, and now the opponent need to take care of Gearfried. Just they can't just summon a token, tribute for Brain Crusher, or go for the big damage anymore. Now Iron Grit can become a strong strategy, a strong tool. So this is the first skill that I think will level up on the tier list as far as we know for Speed Duel right now. But this is a common for skill right now. Like Heart of a Warrior, this skill may be a bit unused, but I think now this skill could be really be good and used more in the next meta, because you can literally brick with this skill. You can summon a good monsters every turn, and the combo with Carbon Add-on, Red Eyes, and so on is very powerful. Now you can bring a good board for your first turn, even if you go first. So I think Earth of a Warrior could be another very good skill. The next one is one of my favorite, a Bountiful Ocean. Now the fact of not face a free plus token every turn, but instead apply some pressure with salmon or other monsters like Warrior of Atlantis, can be very good. Now the fish part of the water monsters, like the piercing moray, is maybe a bit useless because the tokens now aren't free anymore, but we can play colored fish or the other fish monsters on combo with deep fish assault. So I think this skill with the consistency of the three Warrior of Atlantis can be very good and very powerful, and I like it a lot because I really like a Bountiful Ocean. The next one is another one of my favorite skill, totally unplayed right now, but really, really good for me. It's Slimy Disposition. This skill is literally a +1 if you set up something in your graveyard with your deck, not a free +1 totally mindless, but with some setup. And I think this card can be very good, and probably will be the next good option to play with cards used before with my Precious Queen. Cards like Creator Seizure or Creator Swap can be played with Slimy Disposition, because your Humanoid Slime or Worm Drake, you can Creator Seizure, give it to the opponent, and go for the damage, etc., etc. So Slimy Disposition is one of the card I will take on the radar for the future skill. And the last one for this video, a very rapid look just for a briefing on the future meta, is Ultimate Wizardry. Right now, this card, this skill is very unplayed for the same reason of all the other skills. But I think this now Ultimate Wizardry can be very good as a skill. We have powerful plays with our spellcasters. We have the coffin, the secret from the next from the last box. That's a very powerful trap card, useless versus some other monsters like Iron Grit, Gearfried, but I think Ultimate Wizardry can be very good, at least played instead of totally obscured as now, as before the Ballist update. So this is what I think are a very little recap of the news. We finally have My Precious Queen banned, so I hope the whole speed duel community starts to play again with a refreshed uh, look of the deck building. I'm happy that Konami finally take action for the situation. And the forbidden section is a good news, actually, because maybe in the future, if something broken will be arrived, we can think, okay, maybe this card goes to the forbidden section. So for this video is everything. I hope you enjoy the English content. We try to bring some deck list too, and see you to the next video.